humanoid robotics. That's the challenge. And there's several companies doing it right now, and there's a few people doing it on their own. Here are the current state of my humanoid legs. They are an example of several different generations of iterations, and there are still ones in the works that still need to be printed out and tested. They're underpowered, and that's okay, because I'm not really worried about them standing up right yet. I'm just working out the geometry. You got larger hobby servos up here, smaller ones down here, and basically they're serving the function to work out movement, not strength. Up top, I've got ball joints. Is that what I'm going to finally use? No, at least not in the short term. They are here essentially just for me to play with and for the legs to have some freedom of movement hanging until I motorize the hip joint. Once that happens, it's going to be a lot more like the wrist here. We're going to have a bearing ring and a servo similar to this, except horizontal in here, centered in here. The thing is, with building these kind of things, while the new part is printing, I'm already redesigning the next one. I kind of think of like SpaceX, you know, they've got like 10 different rockets lined up, and each of them are in various states of iteration. And some of them may never even fly because they've iterated past the ones that are sitting there. It's kind of the same thing with this. If you can see here, I started out by having these two pieces on either side of this square pipe that were clamped together to hold this actuator on. Well, it didn't take long at all for me to realize that these crack really easily. You can see over here, this one has already cracked severely and is going to need replacing. So they started out as these two halves, and I evolved the parts into these round pieces that are a lot stronger, and the square tube fits right into them. These are really durable, and they're more compact and easy. They slide on, and then you just put a screw through to hold them in position. This has turned out to be a much better solution, at least for this stage of the legs. What's great about this is that every step of the way you learn so much, and you almost immediately realize that the part you made isn't good enough, and you get to move on and build something new and try that out. It's a lot of fun. Here are the feet. These are by no means the final feet either, but they're going to work for what I need. They will stand up on their own if the legs are solo, but now I've got them hooked to a static spine, and I'm getting ready to put this assembly together. We got a bicep actuator here, and down to the wrist, and the flex of the hand. What I've realized is that these assemblies are really, really good. And I'm going to be using them for a little bit longer. Eventually, though, this 3D printed material is just not going to be strong enough, and I'm going to have to go to other materials, probably aluminum next after this. And the only reason I'm using this style of linear actuator, rack and pinion gear, is because they're super easy to make. They are fairly inexpensive to make, and they do the job of moving the geometry. And that's really what I'm focusing on right now. And eventually, as I step up the technology, those will change. But they're doing the job that they were intended to do. So I would say within a month, all of this up here is going to look completely different. This was never the functional design. It was just a quick version that was similar to human anatomy, but it's going to change quite a bit. These actuators are going to change because of that cracking problem, and then I'm going to have to do some actuating of the feet rotation, and start working on balance. This is just a quick video just to kind of show you the state it's in right now. It's a lot of fun. You should do it. Nobody wants to do this but me and a few other people. Anyway, no head yet. We're getting there. We're getting close. He's over here. And this already is not what I'm going to use, but it's just what I have at the moment. I'm already working on that design. Anyway, just a quick video to show you kind of the overall state of things right now, and I'll be back to show you the big changes that are to come. Until next time.